Hey man, it's Blair, and I already assume that you know Squid Games, cause I don't think there is a person who haven't watched it yet. And quite honestly, there are two kinds of people. The ones that watched it on Netflix and the ones that watched it on illegal websites without paying. There is no in between. No one can deny the popularity of Squid Games. It is the most watched Netflix series and it keeps going. Regardless of why it is so popular, popularity means money, and companies are starting to take notice of the show. From the moment I watched this show, I knew that Hollywood will try and do an American remake of the original Korean series. Cause these days, all American media are releasing remakes of all-time classics. Hollywood today is just lazy and greedy companies who desecrate on movie graveyards and Americanize foreign shows because thinking original ideas for movies and series is too inconvenient for them. I've seen a TikTok and I don't know if it's true, but it further proves my point. I'm speaking on something that's bound to happen or it's already happening as I'm making this video. Hollywood has a habit of constantly making remakes of old shows or foreign shows because they lost originality, and the Squid Games American remake further proves my point that they lost originality by fear of inconvenience by making a Korean series into an American one, like they normally appropriate everything. Don't you have anything better to do, like learning how to season your food or clean up your house without a maid? At this point, they try to gain money by the popularity of Squid Games, so I don't think they care by how harmful it is to their own industry. The laziness of Hollywood that causes remakes is killing Hollywood more than ever, cause inconvenience, again, was more important than originality. Hollywood shoots itself in the foot because they underestimate their audience, cause the average viewer isn't too interested in wasting their time on watching another trash modern remake of an old movie with the same story. The average viewer starves for something new, and Korean shows understands that and delivers. By trying to remake something that's already done, you are proving that you are lazy, or you think that the original showmakers are way too stupid and you're trying to introduce something better than their own show, which is never the case. Just like Death Note. Oh, there is a Japanese anime who is loved by fans worldwide? Just put two American kids in there, screw the whole story because we think that the people who are going to watch it are brain dead, and slap the Netflix logo on there. Great, great. We made it better than the original. I would like you to imagine how many amazing projects are needed funding and to get picked up, but they end up abandoned because the companies would rather spend money on remake. Remakes add nothing new to the movie or a series. It's a total cash grab for lazy and greedy companies. Remakes ruin everything and give nothing in return. And the results of this remake hell are already showing their consequences. A Korean movie won many Oscars instead of a Hollywood movie. Squid Games is the most watched series on Netflix. The same people who approve of these remakes of foreign shows are the same ones that were offended when a Korean movie won the Oscar instead of a Hollywood movie. At least Korean shows try to present something original instead of being lazy. Don't get too surprised when Korean movies are famous. They deserved it for taking an advantage against the incompetence of American entertainment. If an American remake of Squid Games is gonna happen, then I will be right. If not, then everything will be alright and an American remake of Squid Games won't exist. I think that's more important than me being right. That's Blair, man. See ya. Love ya.